Landlord, so now you dey steal everybody's meat all this time? Your cup don full today.
No be wetin you dey think. Na be Satan wey cause am abeg no shout.
Imagine waking up every morning to find the meat in your soup missing. Not once, not twice, but again and again. No broken pot, no sign of force. Children swear it's not them. Pets are beaten for nothing. Some even say it's a spirit. But what if I tell you the thief cried with the victims, prayed with them, and lived under the same roof? Sit well, because this story will teach you that karma does not shout, it waits. In one old compound house that stood proudly but suspiciously in the middle of town, strange things began to happen. Things that had no explanation, no witness, and no respect for hard-earned soup. The tenants were many. Traders, civil servants, families with children, bachelors who cooked once a week, and women who guarded their pots like gold. Yet, every morning, the same complaint echoed from different rooms. My meat is missing. Not the soup, not the pot, just the meat. Big chunks of beef, pomo, goat meat, gone. At first, people laughed it off. Maybe the children woke up hungry. Maybe the cat jumped inside the pot. Maybe sleepwalking husbands were secretly greedy. But as days passed, the mystery grew teeth. Soup after soup, kitchen after kitchen, the meat kept disappearing. Always at night, always cleanly, like a professional operation. No pot was broken, no lid was displaced. It was as if the meat willingly walked away. The compound soon earned a new name among neighbors, the house where meat does not sleep. Tenants became paranoid. Some locked their pots inside cupboards. Some tied their pot covers with rope. Others slept with one eye open. Yet, the meat still vanished. And every time someone complained, one person always shook his head sympathetically, clicked his tongue and said, this life, Now, wow. That person was the landlord himself. The landlord, Mr. Kolade, was a man of calm voice and soft sympathy, always neatly dressed, always polite, always ready to console. When Mama Sola cried that her Sunday meat had disappeared, he sighed deeply and blamed the children. When a young couple accused their housemaid, he advised peace. When one tenant swore it was witchcraft, the landlord nodded gravely and said, "Spirits can be jealous sometimes." Nobody suspected him, not because he was perfect, but because he was too present. He grieved with them. He shared their pain. He even prayed with some of them. What nobody knew was that Mr. Kolade had spare keys to every kitchen. He claimed it was for emergencies. In truth, it was for nighttime hunger. At night, when the compound slept and snoring replaced gossip, the landlord came alive. Quiet footsteps, gentle unlocking, precision movements. He never took all the meat, only enough to satisfy himself and avoid suspicion. He ate like a king without cooking like one. Beef from here, goat meat from there, assorted diet, courtesy of tenants. By morning, he was back to being a victim alongside everyone else. Even my own soup lost meat yesterday, he once lied boldly. People sympathized. The thief hid in plain sight. As weeks passed, tension thickened. Quarrels erupted in homes. Children were beaten unjustly. Pets were chased away. One woman even accused her husband of stealing meat in his sleep, leading to a cold war that lasted 3 days. Some tenants stopped cooking meat entirely. Others began cooking late at night to eat immediately. Yet, the landlord's stomach knew peace. He perfected his routine, timing his visits like a night watchman of hunger. The funniest part was how seriously he took other people's pain. He called meetings. He warned tenants to be vigilant. He suggested spiritual solutions. "Maybe we should all pray," he said one evening, face solemn, stomach full. Laughter hid inside him like a secret. But karma, they say, does not rush. It observes. And that compound was about to receive a new tenant, one who listened more than she spoke. Her name was Aderonke. She was young, sharp-eyed, and observant. She moved in quietly, greeted politely, and listened carefully. Within her first week, she heard the stories, the missing meat, the blame, the confusion, the laughter mixed with frustration. Unlike others, she did not panic. She smiled. She asked questions. Does it happen every night? Is it always meat? Has anyone ever caught anything moving? People laughed and shook their heads. That night, when her own pot of soup lost its meat, Aderonke did not shout. She did not accuse. She nodded slowly. So, it's true, she whispered. And then she smiled. Not the smile of fear, but the smile of a woman planning something wickedly clever. The next day, Aderonke went to the local pharmacy. She didn't go straight to the counter. She looked around. She pretended to browse. Then she leaned forward and asked softly, "Please, I need something strong, but not dangerous." The pharmacist raised an eyebrow. "For constipation?" She nodded. "Very serious one." She bought a powerful laxative. At home, she prepared the most attractive soup the compound had ever smelled. Rich, thick, loaded with the biggest pieces of meat she could afford. She added spices with love and the laxative with precision. Then she waited. That night, she slept lightly, ears alert. Around midnight, she heard it. The faint click of a key, the slow opening of her kitchen door. A shadow moved. She held her breath. The meat thief had entered the wrong pot. The landlord ate well that night. Very well. He praised the tenderness of the meat. He even went back for extra. By morning, Kama arrived, without knocking. It started small, on easy stomach, then bubbling, then panic. Before he could reach the toilet, his body betrayed him. The compound soon heard strange sounds, running footsteps, groans, embarrassing urgency. He spent the entire morning visiting the toilet like a loyal customer. Sweat poured, pride evaporated. Tenants gathered, concerned. "Landlord, are you okay?" He nodded weakly. "Stomach upset." Aderonke watched quietly. By afternoon, the truth ran faster than the landlord's legs. Someone noticed the timing. Someone remembered the soup. Someone connected the dots. Aderonke finally spoke, calmly, clearly. She explained the laxative, the spare keys, the pattern. Silence fell, then laughter erupted. Loud, uncontrollable laughter. The landlord could not deny it. His stomach still testified. Shame wrapped him tighter than any rope. No police were called. No violence happened. Instead, the punishment was public embarrassment. The landlord apologized repeatedly. He returned money. He destroyed the spare keys. Tenants laughed, but they also learned. Trust is fragile. Greed hides well. Karma does not sleep. The compound changed. Meat cooked freely again. Children were freed from blame. Pets returned. And every time someone stirred soup, they smiled knowingly. The story spread beyond the compound. Don't steal meat, oh, you don't know whose pot is prepared. And so, life taught its lesson without bloodshed. No death, just disgrace, running stomach, and wisdom. Because sometimes, punishment does not need thunder. Sometimes, it only needs patience and a well-prepared pot of soup. If the story taught you a lesson or even made you laugh small, I beg, like this video, subscribe to the channel and share it because more moonlight stories are coming.